What's up, family? Coming at you again, not telling you what to think, just ask that we start thinking. I'm doing several videos today. This video here is titled, God Can't Judge You. I know Tupac said, only God can judge me. I love the song. I love the phrase. But actually, this biblical God, if God did exist, he can't judge you. And I'll explain why. But first, I just want to point out that I would not want to worship a God. I don't want a God in my life that is willing, because I'm not a selfish person and I'm not only thinking about myself and my family. I do not want a God who is willing to do something for me or willing to do something for you that he's not willing to do for everyone else. Okay, that's not a just God. That's not an equal God. That's not a fair God. Okay, so if you're gonna be a just God, start everybody else on the same plane. Okay, if we're in a race and trying to get to a certain destination, a certain finish line, start everybody on the same plane. Okay, start everybody at the same finish line. So just like that story about the talents, about the master giving this servant 3 talents and the master giving this servant a certain number of talents, giving one servant 1 talent. I'm like, if you gave him 3, I want 3. Okay, because that's fair. Don't give him 3, give me 1, and then I understand the premise of the story. I get it. Okay, I can understand the parable. Do something with what you have. I understand that. But what I'm talking about in terms of fairness. If I can see, let that man see. If I can hear, allow that man to hear. If I can walk and I have use of all of my extremities, allow that man to walk and have use of all of his extremities. Allow everybody to have the same equal playing field. And that's not the case. It's not the case with your God. Your God shows favoritism. He chose one group of people to deal with and wants to punish everyone else for not even worshiping him and not even knowing that he exists. When he exposed himself to this group of people, he didn't go to the other group of people and get rejected. He didn't go to the Jebusites, the Canaanites, and the Amorites, or whatever you want to call them. He didn't go to these other groups of people and say, look, I'm the true God. Stop worshiping these false gods. I am the one true God. No, the Bible never says that. He just chose this one group of people and then wants to punish everybody else for not even knowing that he exists, which that's stupid. That's not fair. Okay, so, and then I could point out a lot of other things where your God doesn't have good judgment. Moses, who is a man, not a real man, just a character in this story, had to convince an all-knowing God with good judgment to not kill all of his people. He says, look, this won't even look right amongst the other inhabitants of the earth if you kill everybody. Like, people are just going to say you brought your people out of Egypt to kill them in the wilderness. That's what he said. So he had to convince your all-knowing, all-merciful God to not kill all of his people, okay, that he loved so much. Another situation in the Bible, over in the book of Joshua, God commanded Joshua to stone a family, women, children, and set them on fire for taking some things from another group of people. Some things that they won in war from another group of people. The story of Achan. I know some of you are familiar with that story. The book of Joshua. I think it is. I think it starts in the 7th or the 10th chapter of Joshua. Stoned them, burned them alive. Achan took the things, but Achan died, his wife died, and his kids died. And they were stoned to death. And your God commanded this. Okay? He's not even just. He doesn't have good judgment. So I wouldn't follow a God like that. I wouldn't follow a God that would give me something and then take it back. God give it, God take it away. No, don't give me anything. I don't want anything from you. I'll get it myself. So that way I don't have to worry about you getting mad, getting jealous, and taking it away because you're a piece of dung. Again, family, not telling you what to think. Just ask that we start thinking. Let's escape religion.